A life for a life, the stark reality of capital punishment. In the United States, a nation founded on principles of liberty and justice, a chilling reality persists. Since 1976, over 1,500 individuals have been executed by the state. This staggering figure represents not just a legal outcome, but a complex web of human lives forever altered. Behind each execution lies a network of individuals tasked with carrying out the ultimate punishment. Judges, juries, wardens, and, most notably, the executioners themselves. These often anonymous figures operate in the shadows of the justice system, their lives shrouded in secrecy and burdened by the weight of their actions. These individuals are tasked with the grim duty of ending a human life in the name of justice. But what toll does this responsibility take on their souls? What thoughts and emotions run through their minds as they stand mere feet from the condemned? This essay delves into the hidden world of executioners, exploring their motivations, their struggles, and the ethical dilemmas they face. By understanding their stories, we are forced to confront the uncomfortable truths about capital punishment and its impact on both the executed and those tasked with carrying out the sentence. The hidden figures, enforcers of the law or instruments of violence. Executioners occupy a unique and unsettling space in society. They are in essence agents of the state, entrusted with upholding the law and carrying out its most severe sentence. Yet their actions are often perceived as brutal, even barbaric, placing them on the fringes of acceptability. This duality, enforcer of the law versus instrument of violence, creates a profound internal conflict for many executioners. Are they simply fulfilling their sworn duty, or are they complicit in a system that many deem inhumane and morally reprehensible? This internal struggle is often compounded by external pressures. Executioners frequently face social stigma and isolation. Their work is not something easily discussed at the dinner table. It carries a weight that can alienate them from loved ones and the wider community. The secrecy surrounding their identities, often a matter of personal safety, further contributes to their isolation, forcing them to grapple with their thoughts and emotions in solitude. This secrecy, while necessary, only deepens the mystery and fuels the public's fascination with these enigmatic figures. The lives behind the mask, Albert Pierrepoint and JohnCWoods. To understand the true human cost of capital punishment, we must look beyond the statistics and into the lives of those who have carried out this solemn duty. Albert Pierrepoint, Britain's most prolific executioner of the 20th century, embodied the complex duality of the role. A seemingly ordinary man who ran a pub with his wife, Pierrepoint also executed an estimated 435 people, including notorious Nazi war criminals. His meticulous record-keeping and efficient technique earned him a reputation as a master of his craft. Yet, his personal reflections reveal a man grappling with the weight of his actions. Across the Atlantic, JohnCWoods, the US Army's primary executioner during World War II, stands as a stark contrast. Responsible for the hangings of numerous Nazi leaders at the Nuremberg trials, Woods was a controversial figure, often criticized for his alleged incompetence and the gruesome nature of his executions. While Pierrepoint approached his duty with a sense of somber professionalism, Woods's methods were often viewed as callous and haphazard, raising questions about his mental state and the potential for cruelty in the execution chamber. These two men, both tasked with the same grim duty, highlight the wide spectrum of experiences and psychological impacts that come with being an executioner. Evolving methods, unchanging questions from the gallows to lethal injection. As society has evolved, so too have the methods of execution. The gruesome spectacles of public hangings and the electric chair have largely given way to the seemingly more humane method of lethal injection. This shift reflects a desire to make executions less overtly brutal, but the fundamental questions remain. Can any method of taking a life be considered truly humane? Does the shift to a more clinical approach sanitize the act itself, or does it merely mask the brutality beneath a veil of medical legitimacy? The case of Clayton Lockett, a death row inmate in Oklahoma, brought these questions to the forefront of national consciousness. In 2014, Lockett's execution by lethal injection went horrifically wrong, with the botched procedure leading to a prolonged and agonizing death. Witnesses described a scene of chaos and suffering far removed from the sterile and swift execution envisioned by proponents of lethal injection. Lockett's case served as a stark reminder that even in the 21st century, with its supposed advancements in technology and medicine, the act of taking a human life remains inherently messy, unpredictable, and ethically fraught. While the focus often remains on the condemned, the ripple effect of an execution extends far beyond the prison walls. Families of both the victim and the accused are forever changed, each grappling with their own complex mix of emotions. For the family of the condemned, it means an irrevocable loss, often accompanied by a profound sense of public shame and isolation. Studies have shown that the act of execution can have psychological effects on those who carry it out. Executioners, prison staff, and even witnesses can experience lasting emotional and mental distress. The question remains, is there a place for capital punishment in a modern civilized society? As we delve into the complexities of capital punishment, it is crucial to consider the global landscape. Around the world, the stance on the death penalty varies greatly, with some nations staunchly defending its use while others have moved towards complete abolition. Countries like Canada, Australia, and most of Europe have abolished the death penalty, viewing it as a violation of human rights. In contrast, countries such as the United States, China, and Iran continue to enforce capital punishment, often citing its necessity for justice and deterrence. International organizations, including the United Nations, have been vocal in their calls for the global abolition of the death penalty. The global trend over the past decades has been towards a decrease in executions and an increase in the number of countries abolishing the death penalty. The question we must all ponder is whether we, as a global community, can move beyond retribution and embrace a justice system that values rehabilitation and the sanctity of life above all else. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more content.